Hi and welcome back guys. The video is presented by EduMark India. If we try to recollect our childhood time, we have obviously played the game of rock, paper and scissors, where we used to play with our friends, where we choose either rock or paper or scissors. So our today's video is all about to recollect our childhood memories. So now we will create the same thing using the Python language. We will name the project as the game of rock, paper and scissors. This is a two-player game which will be played between the user and the computer. And we will try to make it more awesome with coding. So now, as in the previous video, we saw how can we install Python programming language and to use it also. Don't worry, if you don't have any idea, I will mention the link in the description so you can revisit and watch. And also, please don't forget to subscribe the channel, like, share and comment it for more awesome games and more ideas and the problems about your coding. Now we will open the Python IDLE, that is Python idle, for coding of the game. So now we will consider the scenario and the condition that in such case. The first one, paper can be defeated with scissors, but can be win against the rock. Rock can be defeated with the paper, but can win against the scissors. The scissor can be defeated with the rock, boom, but when played against the paper, it wins. So now we have got the basic idea and the scenario about the game. What are the conditions, what are the winning stage and the losing stage. We will try to understand how we can use it inside the Python module. So we will open the Python module. As we said, we will open the Python idle, we will create a new file, and the first statement which we will write, we want the computer to randomly select the options. So the first thing we will do, we will import a module called as randint from the library random. So we will say over here, from random import randint. So now we will send a message and prompt the user to type either the option rock or paper or scissors. So I will say print parenthesis. In the parenthesis I will give double quotes and I will say please choose from rock, paper or scissors. Then we want game to continue until I will continue, so I will use while loop. So before giving the while loop, okay, we have to make sure one thing, that how we want the game structure to be. I want my game to continue unless I don't stop it, unless I say that I don't want to play. So the match should continue. So I will say over here the condition while true. Unless and until my condition is true, unless and until I am coding, unless and I am happy to go with this, unless and until I don't break the loop, I want to continue the game. And then we will make sure we follow the syntax rules as per the same. So we give a colon at the end and we come to the next slide with a good indentation. Python is very good language, so we have to make sure that we don't do any mistake with the indentations and the colons. Then we declare a few variables and assign some values to it. That is, firstly we create a variable known as choice. I say choice equals to input in such a case that we say to the user to enter his or her choice. So I will say enter your choice. Whatever the choice given by the user will be assigned to the variable choice. Now you must be thinking, what is a variable, right? Variable is something known as naming convention. It's a placeholder For example, we take a name as John. So how we say that John is a name of a person. Surname might be different, the face may be different, but the name remains the constant. Similarly, over here we have created a variable known as choice. Values might be different, choices might be different, but what we call it as choice. So we have created over here a variable. And as soon as the person sends the message, as soon as the person sends his or her choice, it's assigned to the variable choice. Once we ask the user to give the choice, we prepare a list of named options and will give list item as rock, paper and scissors. So I say over here option equals to, we'll create a list. List is created using a square bracket. We give a square bracket and we will write each and every values. Inside the double quotes, I will say rock, comma, again double quotes, paper, comma, again a double quotes, scissors. Then we will create one more variable called as number. This variable acts as a randomizer and uses library randint from the random. And we say randint in parenthesis with the index number of the list items. Now index number is nothing but the address of that particular item inside the list. Now if I say that there are n items in my list, so their index number will be n minus 1. So as I can see, I have 3 items in the list, so the maximum index value will be 2. So it begins from 0, 1 and 2. So when I say number equals to randint 0, 2, it means the module will randomly select either 0, either 1 or either 2. And depending upon the variables, depending upon the random number, we will create one more variable which is known as computer choice, because somehow the other way we need the choice of the computer. In that we say to select the exact list item in the option list. So I say computer choice equals to option, that is my list. In a square bracket I will give the number variable. That means the variable number which I have, we have declared at the top, we will use it over here. This is a method to call the index of that list. This is the method to call the exact element, exact item from the list. Later on, we will say a print statement. Print statement is something which we need to see on the screen, as we know. So I will say print, and I will print the choices of my as well as the computer over here. Then, as per the scenario, we will start putting the conditions of the result and the matches which we play. First of it, we say that if both the players, that is my computer and the user, selects the same option, that is rock and rock, paper and paper, or scissors and scissors, so the result will be a draw, it will be a tie. Then we consider other scenario and create total 3 winning and 3 losing conditions using else if condition, and keep continuing it, and consider the same as we will create winning condition, and now we will create the losing condition till the end. So now we will say elif in the parenthesis computer equals to paper, and so now we will start putting the condition. We will say elif choice equals to paper. That means if the user choice is paper, and we'll use over here the AND operator, so we'll make sure that both the conditions are satisfied. We say computer choice equals to rock, so we will print the message as if you win. The same thing continues with the user choice rock and computer choice scissor, user choice scissor and computer choice paper. So we'll write the conditions in the same manner. We'll be using over here 3 elif conditions for the winning in the same conditioning manner. Once we do this thing, then we will create the losing condition, because winning is done. So now we consider the second part of this scenario. I am going to say the third part, because we have also considered a draw condition, a tie condition over here. So I will say that if that computer choices rock and user choices scissor, so it needs to say that I lose. The user lose in that case. Yeah. But then I say that user choices rock and computer choices paper, then again I have to lose. Then the last condition, if user choices paper and computer choices scissor, then obviously the paper is gonna cut, so it's lose again. After giving this 7 conditions, that is 1 draw and 6 winning and losing conditions, we will give the else part. Else part is something which is not restricted to the conditions, but in case if none of the condition is satisfied, it will be executed. So I say over here, print valid input, please try again. Then I will come out of the conditioning and I will create a new variable called as ans, that is answer. I will say equals to input, and I will ask the user that do the player want to continue the game, yes or no, either Y or N. Then again I go in the if condition and I say if answer equals to small n or answer equals to capital N, we will give the break statement. Break statement will completely break down the loop, it will stop over there. So my while condition will become false, and I will say the message of print thanks for playing your childhood game, and this statement I will be writing outside of the loop, and the game ends here. But still the game is getting end, not our childhood memories, right? So I think you got an idea how to create the Python code. I am sharing the link in the description how to install it as well. Please guys, it's a request, do like it, subscribe it for more stunning self-developed games and Python coding. And not only the Python coding, many different coding will come soon. And our next video which is going to come is for the top 5 video editors for your PC, which you will be using very much and you will love as well. So stay tuned, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon and the like button.